want to talk about resilience because, again, I know you from seeing you online, and I just see someone who's really determined and resilient. Like, where do you think that came from, or where did you get that?
I well, listen. Where did I get that? Well, I could just tell you one story, and I get my mother. I would say came on, a lot of it would come from her mother massively, but
Sorry to hear that.
she was she'd done the married woman's race and used to watch it every year. Even when she was up to about 54 years of age,
What's the married woman's race?
Well, you don't know. There's the annual sports day and every wee town like in Buncrana and Glenelea, etc. Everybody's got their sports day. All the children go and play sports, and then there's a married mummy's race, and there's a father's race. There's all this races, and then, so she would have been lining up to do it, and she'd won it like nearly 6-7 years in a row. But going up into this year, it was like, no, I'm not running this year. I think she was 54, 56. She's up against young, fit people, like, and I'll never forget it. I was walking around, and next thing your mum was kept tempting her over the microphone to come on, test.
Because she had been doing it every year.
She's doing it every year. It wasn't gone. There's one more year left, and you go again, like. And she was like, no, and Jesus. And next thing, I heard him shouting over the intercom, and she's getting out, she's going to come. And I was like, no way, she's not going to go again this year. And the field was just up and around, and you had to go around it 3 times. But so whenever she
wasn't just a sprint.
No, it wasn't just a sprint. This is like a big, good over a mile run.
Fuck.
But whenever they took off, she slipped, and another woman slipped. I'm not going to mention her name, but she was a young woman. She'll know who I'm talking about. That was a good, fat person that came up to actually beat her, knock her off her throne, as a man says. But when she slipped, she friggin' reached out and grabbed my mother's foot and pulled her. So the two of them went down at the starting line. But the mother, she got up, and she was way behind, like the rest of them were gone. And I went walking in thinking, oh my God, I guess there's something that happened there. I didn't know the pulling, I just thought the two of them slipped. But Jesus, she went on around, and coming up around at the end of the first one, she's coming onto the back of the pack. And I was like, no way, she's getting onto the back of the pack. Coming up around the next one, she's getting onto the middle of the pack. And next thing then, I just blew me away. Hey, she just got onto the front, and she was gone, away from all the rest of them. Before
54.
I had about 54 years of age. Like. So, the determination, I would say a lot of us definitely come from her. Has to have.
So what about inspirations as well?
Listen, there's a lot of inspirations there. A lot of inspirations to do. You can go in sport. Like, you've got your Roy Keane's. It was like you know what I mean? Even though I'm a Liverpool person.
Me too.
Listen, you can't take it away from him. He was a leader, like, you know what I mean? You watch other things, like, I mean, like,
I found it hard to like him when he played United.
100%.
You know what I mean?
When you get older, you learn respect.
Like, of course, but what he done, Jesus, like, some man.
I went up there, another one, as we went up to Letterkenny, and there's a boxing club up there, and there's St. Eunan's GA is fighting Letterkenny's rugby club on a white collar boxing tournament. So, me being me, wanting to help them, get them used to, this will help your stamina, and it'll help your
Eunan's GA or...
Oh, well, both of them.
Okay.
All of them. When we met Danny O'Carroll up there, because he was up, and he would have been busted out of Moses Brown Boys. So we went up and we met him, and he's a lovely son.
When was this now?
This was only a couple of weeks ago.
Aye, because it felt like it was recent though. Yeah.
Aye. And I was up chatting to him, but as I said to him, like, his father as well was a massive inspiration too, because you seen how many
Brendan O'Carroll.
Like, but there's a bigger story. I got the book, but I didn't read the full book. I read, and I always mean to get read. I have a heap of books, and I mean to get caught and read. But in today's,
do you start them and
it's hard to get?
I'm the same sometimes. I start a book and then I find it hard to finish. Like,
well, it's just getting the time, isn't it? But he got so many knocks through his time. Like, they were in the market traders to start. Then he tried other things and went bankrupt, and went again, went bankrupt, and went again, and it didn't work out. And then you wonder. And next thing then, he went again, decided he was going to dress up as a woman and do a bit of a comedy. Sure, it's one of Ireland's. Sure, who's not watching at Christmas?
Yeah,
and you just have to respect somebody like that. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Resilience as well. That's massive resilience.
So when you say he was a market trader.
Aye, like they down in the Dublin market traders at Moore Street Market.
Yes,
they things.
Yes.
His family.
What was he doing down there?
Well, whatever they sold in there, his family, I think, used to sell fruits and veg stuff in the markets. So they were definitely selling stuff. Maybe he was selling knockoff shoes. I don't know. No, I'm not sure. No,
this is Moore Street, isn't it?
Aye,
Moore Street. Have you been? I've been through it once. It's really good to see. You know,
I think I was too,
because we
but
don't
as
have
well,
many. Like we don't have them up around
no, I
here.
know
Like.
because I was at the Brendan O'Carroll's show on Millennium Forum, and they were doing the Save Moore Street at that, like, and that's when you went back to the wife, and I'm nearly sure we ain't done it, but it's years ago it was massive, but now it's well diluted now, so you wouldn't really know that it's Moore Street. It's still going, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh well,
it is. It is.
yeah,
It's good
just
cry.
no. So well, people like that there, inspirations.
And what about health fitness now? I know you played about football. You're in a show and player of the year 1 year.
That's right. I got that 1 year too. I'll
Was
not
that
let the
just
grandchildren.
2 or 3 years ago? Was it?
I wish. I wish. No, well past that stage now. They will, and they.
You played with Glenealy.
Good times, great times, brilliant times.
Sports good, isn't it?
Sports brilliant for everybody. It's great to see it. Like I still see a lot around. Only like see all the volunteers that help the sports people get out there. Like it's unbelievable what they do. You've got people out there that helps people in the rugby's and the soccers and all the rest, and it's an inspiration to them. But then again, you look at it like sometimes you look at your government and you look at your councillors and you look at like we're in Cairndonagh. We don't even have a tennis court. They wonder why Wayne's all on these machines and they can't go out to the house. What if they don't like to be in a team? There's nothing else for them to go to. Like
that's the thing, and that's funny you say that. I've thought about that. They're very limited in what this facilities that are provided when you're in the countryside. Like, yeah, you have to go to a big town or a city to get like. You know,
it's a pity, like
because it's only really Gaelic or hurling or football, and not everyone suits them sports. Even like, I know there's a rugby team in Cairn. Like.
That's it. Like, but if you get a wee girl, you're not going to want to go and do them here in the Gaelic. If you're not into that kind of physical sport, but you still want to have a game of tennis, knock it back, it helps you keep fit.
Do you do any sport?
Me, to be honest, I don't do nothing.
No.
Nothing at the minute. I don't go to the gym or nothing. It's just I've got the business is just put my heart and soul on it. We had that much issues with the house coming down, running out of money, not getting the money, and trying to make us here off the ground. And now it's just a wild passion. But at the same time,
sometimes life can be like that, can't it? You know, it's just sometimes things have to give way.
That's
for
it,
us. For you're just creating space for because starting a business isn't easy.
No, I know it's not like
it takes a lot of time. Like
and me personally, I want to kind of get the personal touch, so I give out my number. So you've got so many missed calls and so many, and if anybody's message me in a WhatsApp I never miss the WhatsApps, but if the missed calls build up, I kind of don't get back to all them here. But you get the personal touch whenever when you're talking to them, because there's so many people there saying, well, how did you get onto it? And I'll tell them the truth, how I got onto it. Like,
do you mind me asking how long do you think you can sustain that for as big as you grow and more people buy this bottle? Like that's a lot.
I know
to manage in your own head, like having heaps of people.
I know. But
how do you manage that?
I know, but at the same time, I think, like, say if you've got like at the minute, there's a lot of people now saying Donegal and Ulster that will be talking about it, and just say, for instance, that's you're eventually thinking a lot of them will know it. They'll not need to phone you. So if you're kind of moving on down a wee bit, like maybe I'm taking on more than I can do, but we want to go to the Ferry House Market in Dublin now every Sunday to help grow that in Dublin, because that'll do the same thing. This person will take it. Hopefully it'll benefit them. They'll tell the next person, you see us here, and hopefully then you'll have a couple of stores around Belfast. But I suppose if I go around Dublin, I'll have to take the phone number off him.
That's what I'm thinking. I think, Jesus, the bigger you grow.
No, if you build it to a stage, then hopefully you would have somebody in an office, and hopefully I can get a chance to get away on a holiday.
Could do things like, say, like online calls where everyone, if they want to come and tell their story as well, like that'd be, because like there's so many people, like based on your reviews there. I'm sure there's a lot more.